Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a new video. And today we're getting around to something that I've been meaning to do for a little bit. Um, Fortunately, just been busy, really and truthfully. Just personal life as well as a lot of videos that like ideas that I have. So they're just kind of all jumbling together. It's making it a lot harder to sort of get this video out. Um, but I figured it was something that I really kind of need to do to kind of talk about with the league being week 6 having wrapped up, the league being or season 2 being more than halfway complete. We need to look at some things, talk about the future of the league as far as or the future of the season as far as things like playoffs and how that'll turn out. And so we're making a video to go over that. It'll show us how like each teams are doing this so far this season. So we're going to start with our legacy division. Then we'll look at our newcomer division, and we'll explain how this is going. Um, Unfortunately, I could not get the doc to display the full standings without being like really, really small. Even like all the way zoomed out, it's still extremely small, which kind of sucks. But these are the standings as of week 6. Um, some week 7 matches have been played already. Those are not have not been displayed yet. So we're just looking at the week 6 matches. Um, or the league as of week 6. This is obviously the legacy division, like I said before. First place we have Jake, 5-1 plus 16th differential. The Washington Wishmakers. Second place we have Brady, 5-1 plus 14 differential. Myself, 5-1 plus 11 differential. Manny, 4-2 plus 9 differential. Wumples, 3-3 plus 1 differential. Uh, Chicago Tours, coached by Tanner, 3-3 with a -4 differential. Toronto Tyrantrums, 3-3 with a -4 differential. Um, Dewey Do Watch, 2-4 with a -4 differential. And then the House of Mouse, 2-4 with a -4 differential. This is actually technically the House of Mouse is ahead of, or Yeehaw is ahead of Fiery Vortex, because that is the head-to-head match is owned by Yeehaw. They played, I believe, week 2, and so right now this should be moved up one, and then this would be our top 8. So as of right now, playoffs will start today. It would be Jake Brady, myself, Manny, Wumples, Tanner, Kesta, and Yeehaw. And then we have our technical bottom, our bottom 3: Pip, 2-4, -6; Board Addict, 1-5, -12; and Scorpithan, 1-5, -17. As it currently stands for the Legacy Division, no one is eliminated from playoffs, and no one is guaranteed playoffs at this rate. There's a lot of possibilities that can come out of this. Most teams are poised. A lot of these teams are poised to have a 500 record at best, or a 500 record at worst. There are no teams who have 6 wins yet. And so, obviously, with differentials as well, it is possible for that to end up with a wide range of outcomes. Not saying those outcomes will happen. Obviously, there's likelihood. Um, the lower you are on the standings, the less likely it is. You have to play better. You have to get really good differentials to increase your chances. Obviously, get some head to heads to win some tiebreakers potentially as well. Um, this is how the standings are sitting currently for the Legacy Division. Um, Moving forward, like I said, no confirmations for playoffs yet. Um, and then as you can see, some very close matches though. Tanner's actually ahead of Kesta. That's correctly displayed. Tanner does have the head to head over Kesta due to the unfortunate forfeit that happened, I believe, in week 2. So that's how everything's kind of being displayed at the moment. We'll try to get everything up to date. I haven't worked out strength of schedule yet because it hasn't come into play. So we'll look at strength of schedule. That is I guess the third tiebreaker that we will utilize if push comes to shove. Hopefully we won't need it, but that's how things are looking for the Legacy Division. Real quick, we'll pop over to the Newcomer Division, which has more coaches, so it's a little bit different. I guess you could say, with the way things are looking. You see right here, ones and zeros, 6-0 with a plus 19 differential. Nixie with a 5-1 with a plus 20 differential. The Flopping Feebass, coached by 13th Guy, 5-1 with a 15 differential. Rilla Boom Booms, coached by Ali Bomb, 5-1 with a plus 15 differential. Detroit River Rooms, coached by Brody, 4-2 with a plus 11 differential. Zoroark's Destroyers, coached by Waffle Kings, 4-2 with a plus 6 differential. Vader, 3-3 with a -1 differential. Classy Burb, 2-4 with a -5 differential. That actually makes up our playoff field right there. That's our top 8 seeds as so far going into week 6 or going into week 7. Should I say out of week 6? And CC 2-4 with a -7 differential. Barcelona Volcaronas 2-4 with a -8 differential. Obstagooners 2-4 with a -8 differential. Apple Mac Knackle Stacks 1-5 with a -16 differential. Guaranteed Victory, coached by It's Titan, 1-5 with a -17 differential. And then our only winless coach in both divisions is the Bronx Beartix Cobalt, 0-6 with a -24 differential. As it currently sits, once again, nobody's eliminated from playoffs due to the fact that this is currently the way that the 8th seed is sitting. Obviously, the worst record obtainable from somebody in this position would be like 2-8, and there's a possibility for the Bronx Bears to close out, going 4-6, and potentially guaranteeing themselves playoffs. Records are a lot compared to how it was last season with the coaches. We obviously had 14 coaches. Same thing, 10 games, and we were looking at to be fair, we were doing top 6 for playoffs last season. But obviously records were looking a little bit, I don't want to say better, but most people contending for playoffs were sitting comfortably at like the 500 mark. Now we're kind of looking at people who are like 2-4, which is obviously like one game away from 500, but is not the greatest record, who are still like in that playoff race at week 6 mark. So then you're kind of having this opportunity where you have some of these teams that don't have the greatest records, 1-5, 0-6, who are very, very, have a solid chance at making playoffs. I will say with uh the remaining 4 games, it is actually possible. I'm trying to think, is it possible for, yeah. So it is actually possible for the ones and zeros to miss playoffs at this point, actually. Um, Due to the fact that if they were to lose out all of their games and end up with a negative differential, like they would like just say get 6-0 the remaining 4 games, 6-4 with a -5 differential. There's a world where it's not enough to make playoffs. Obviously, um, very unlikely. um, you know what I mean? But most of these, I would expect most of these teams up here to be guaranteed plus, just because their differentials are so high. Plus 20, plus 19, those are really high differentials for this point. So I expect most of these teams up here, this top half of the field, to really have a good chance at making playoffs. Um, I would say so for the legacy division as well. Not as guaranteed. Plus 16 is not nearly as is not nearly as comfortable as plus 20 or plus 19. But obviously, like I said, no one's eliminated from playoffs yet. No one's guaranteed playoffs yet. Although we have some an idea of who can and can't make it. We will obviously have to see as the season goes on. See how those outcomes are. But yeah, that's just kind of a quick update to kind of go over things for the how the season's looking so far. A quick look at all the teams, their records, and everything like that. As we get closer to playoffs, obviously this is like I said, week 6 that we're going over. So as we get closer to playoffs, we will look more into it. We will start discussing teams and like actual playoff scenarios, teams that need to win and differentials that need to happen in order for playoffs to happen. Basically, once we start eliminating some people, um, and getting some people guaranteed, being able to actually look at it and say, yeah, this team has this. This is the path to the playoffs, should I say? Um, so yeah, that's kind of how we're looking right now. Take a quick look maybe at the MVP races. That's something kind of fun, right? Looking at some mons that are going absolutely stupid. Iron Valiant, 14 and 0 in 6 games. Craziest mon hasn't died yet. Obviously, the ones and zeros has not lost yet, but not dying yet's pretty crazy. We also have Arturos with 10 and 0 in 2 games, which is pretty nuts. As well, Bronzong 11 and 2 in 3 games, which is also really good. Um, Actually does remind me too. I didn't do this earlier in the video. I do want to apologize. I did miss Evader and Marco's game from week 6. I believe that is the only time I have missed a game that was actually played for a game review slash watch party. Anytime I've ever, a game was not displayed was because it just didn't happen. That was just kind of a mistake on sort of well, me and Jake. Jake had not put the videos. All the videos are linked in the doc. Um, Jake had not put the video in the doc, and I noticed it and then forgot to pull it up anyways. Obviously, a mistake on both of our behalves. I don't even usually use the doc to pull videos. I usually just pull them straight from our Discord channels. I did it this time and then completely forgot. So that match didn't get reviewed, looked over. I might throw it in. Thought about throwing it into this video. I might just throw it into another video, or you know, just it's one match. It's not the end of the world. Either way, though, just our MVP rankings for our newcomer division. Pretty much all the super relevant Pokemon. How they're doing. The ones that are equating Wednesday. So we have some crazy stats here. As you can see, I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. It's end of the week, so everything's catching up to me. Um, and then we'll hop over the legacy division. We'll look at the MVP race. It's a little less, a little more grounded. We make a lot of us kind of going crazy here. 13 and 4, having a big 6 kill game. Jellison's going crazy for Wumples, pretty much sort of anchoring him down. 11 and 3 through 6 games. Landers, Hawlucha, some really impactful Pokemon for some of the top teams. Um, Myself, I have 2 mods who are doing pretty fairly well this season. I kind of wish, kind of wish. I don't want to say Valiant was like it hasn't been doing anything, but we should the Valiant's doing in the newcomer division, 14 and 0. So yeah, that's just kind of a quick pop in check of the league. Oh, that's the wrong thing. The quick standings, not schedule. Quick look at the league, kind of everything that's going on, current standings for teams, what needs to be happening. Like I said, nobody in either division is guaranteed or eliminated from playoffs yet. So that's good news. Or good news means that the field is wide open. So it'll be interesting to see in the weeks to come. Um, Pretty much wraps up the video. Nothing else really worth going over. At the moment, like I said, more next coming weeks, things will get exciting. We'll start to see some stuff. We'll start to see some people potentially get eliminated. Some people get guaranteed spots, etc., etc. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Appreciate you guys.